But I do decide to go into to go take a planetary just to guard against this location right here in case my opponent decided to push up in here. At least I would have some defense for it. And as you can see right here, coming out with a medevac drop, going to be doing some dropping action in my opponent's base, as I do place a sensor tower right here. Now the reason why I do this is to basically psych out my opponent, say, hey, I got a third, what do you have? And actually in this case he did already have his third up and running, and well, I don't know who came out first. I do know I was building my command center first, and that's about it. Meanwhile, going to be shooting down. Oh, poor Marine, missed rally point, I guess. As my opponent will be building some Vikings, probably to hold that air superiority. As we take a look at my drop in this location right here, taking out the engineering base so that my opponent will no longer have any upgrades. Stimming up and thinking probably going to lose this drop. Stimming up and actually taking care of my opponent's forces in here. My 2-1 upgraded, my 1-2 upgraded Marines do rip through the rest of my opponent's forces right here, and oh wow, I mean, I guess the power of Marines. I don't know. My opponent's Marines are 1-1 upgraded, and as you can see, I am ahead in upgrades in that respect, and yeah, managing to take down this destructible debris as my opponent moves all of his forces to his base, getting his army, his Marines decimated right there. Well, poor Marines. Just continuing to hold this front position of my opponents right here. I think I did scan, and I do know that there is a yes, I scanned, and there is an expansion in that location. Deciding not to do anything with it right now, just in case my opponent missed where I scanned. He thinks he doesn't know about, I don't know about this expansion, and maybe take it out in the future. As I do finally put out a fourth command center into this location. This time, this sensor does a decent job of guarding the building, whatever buildings were here, as I start moving out with some marauders, which are now in my bio, which are now 2-2 and upgrades. As my opponent does have does have Viking superiority, and actually being very careful to take out my Viking just so he can allow his siege tanks to have vision right here. And wow, this was a mistake. I meant to do something with this, but ended up not really doing anything because I was just so focused on trying to break this line right here. You're going to see later on that a couple of drops that I do actually do some decent damage, economic damage I should say. Coming out with a planetary in this location right here. Don't know why. I think because I was holding this location right here, I didn't want to have to go deal with whatever was in this location right there. And as you can see right here, I will be able to get a glimpse of anything that will be coming in from this location and from this location, as my sensor towers will be able to catch that. Meanwhile, coming out with some Thors. Yes, Thors here. Going to be coming out with some Thors and even more Marines. My opponent is just basically sniping down my Vikings, and I do keep this lonely one in the back. Accidentally stimmed my Marines, going to be wasting some energy in those medevacs, but they look like they're in good shape. As my opponent is building a fourth command center, it is probably going to be coming in this location, I guess, because it's the nearest location, as he does know that I am right here. Could take this location, I guess, if he wanted to, but I guess the landing time would be really the time it would take to get from here to here would be a really long time. And if I did spot that he was moving his command center into that location, it would be getting shot down. As you can see right here, scanning just to check what my opponent has. My opponent does have some cloak banshees on the way. I think yes, he has Banshee right here. Going to be Banshee right there. Going to be coming out with a with what was building here. Wow. Coming out with cloak banshees. Yeah. Wow, what's with me today? As I finally move. Actually, if you can see right here, I built a fusion core and I actually hit it right here just in case I would have to transition into battle cruisers. But looking at my mech right here, they are O2 upgraded, and they would probably do a decent job of instead of battle cruisers. Meanwhile, I do come into this location and drop it right in here. Did manage to take out with the add-ons that were in this location right here. As wow, my port drop is getting shot at as my opponent and his marines are running up the base. But at the same time, I'm running up his ramp, going to be coming out with my marines, going to be just A1ing my Thors all into his tank line. And wow, Thors are really good against tanks, and as you can see right here, they're also really good against marines. These marines were only 1-1 upgraded, so you know, not really being fair right there. But you know what? Just breaking through his tank line right here, destroying basically whatever he had in this location. As I do spot that he does have another orbital coming out, and my Jake is actually forced to lift off and move his structures away from my Thor and tank fire. Going to be providing vision for my tanks in this location. You're going to be doing some damage here. Going to be taking out this Rex right here as I do move. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get that back up there. Okay. Was it there? Nope, that was after the engagement. Oh no. Actually, we'll just speed through this a little bit and get back to that location. I do apologize again for this. This was, yeah, that was pretty bad on my part. Anyways, let's watch this again. Coming in with my Thors, of course you saw what happened before. Just ripping through all of his tanks in here that was in location, that location. Actually came out with some Banshees in order to try and fend off this attack. Maybe try to take out the siege tanks while cloaked. I do manage to rip through whatever he had in this location right here. Going to be moving into his natural, seeing that there is another orbital command. Decide to target fire that as I move my siege tanks even closer. Taking a look at the production facility, you can see production tab, I should say. You can see I have 5 Thors on the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's number 5? Oh, there were 3 right here. As you can see right here, we'll be trying to move up into his natural, but I don't have any scans available, so I was not able to take care of these Banshees, managing to destroy one of my Thors, managing to destroy another Thor, and I'm forced actually to move back with my tanks or let them die. And as you can see right here, I do have some SVs transferring into this location, and wow, my opponent doing a really decent job of switching into Cloak Banshees just to take advantage of the fact that I was burning a lot of scans and basically calling down mules, and I didn't have anything left. Going to be missed. This was a missed rally right there, and coming out with some more Thors as I speed through this a little bit. Just continuing to stream out Thors. Meanwhile, my opponent is coming out with some of his Banshee forces, going to be spotting for any kind of expansion in this location, I guess, as he is moving into here. Probably going to be avoiding. Okay, not going to be avoiding anything. Going to be coming in this location as I'm greeted by turret fire, losing one of my Banshees right there, but killing 2 turrets, killing that turret off, and just killing off my workers. And yeah, I actually managed to hold this because my opponent decides to back off as he doesn't want to lose any more of his Banshees. Going to be coming out coming out with Thors into this location as my opponent is forced to GG as he doesn't have much of an army left, and that's game. Jake opened up with an early marine push into my natural, and I was able to hold this off even though he did micro around my bunker. I was able to pull some SCVs, and I had enough marines to fend this off already. He built 6 racks, I believe, and had attachments on his racks, and I actually thought this push came a little bit late, and Because of this, I had my bunker up and I had enough Marines up to defend his push and therefore stop his aggression. After Jake's push, I decided to move out with my own army and just sit outside the front of his base, his natural, and just basically contain him within this area. He could have chosen to move around with his army and come around here to where his second expansion would be, and he could have come up this way and attacked me from this angle right here, but he chose not to, and fortunately for me, I was able to keep him contained on 3 bases for the time being, and just wail away on those indestructible rocks so that I could later move in with another push. The game was pretty much locked at this point until I decided to actually come up here and move up with the drop into that location, but the main purpose of that was just to distract his army away from this location right here so that I can move in with my Thors, which were there basically to destroy his tank line that was guarding the front of his base. After moving forward with my Thors, I decided to come in with my own tanks and siege up and basically take out whatever he had. As you can see right there, he had some Banshees in play, and although he was able to push me away for a little bit with some Cloak Banshees later on in the game, I was able to just basically kill him off at this point. He lifted his 2 command centers, one that was building there in his natural, and he was basically dead after this. He had one more mining location after that, but I was already on 2 more mining bases, and he just basically had to GG after that because there wasn't a whole lot he can do after getting his natural decimated. Well, everyone, that does it for this replay. If you like my commentary and videos, please subscribe to my channel. Also, thumbs up and like this video. And if you haven't seen my other videos yet, please go check them out. I would appreciate them. I would have really appreciated it if you could thumbs up and like those videos too. And thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you on another episode of Let's Play with AK.